As recent polls show, Vice President Harris gaining momentum in her bid for the presidency. They also show her winning over more support from a key voting bloc, black voters. According to data this week from Pew Research Center, 77% of black voters support Harris compared to 64% who backed Biden in July. Trump's support among black voters is unchanged at around 13%. Now, this comes as the former president is trying to appeal more to the black community, a group that has long and overwhelmingly backed Democrats. CNN's Ellie Reeves spent time recently in Virginia at a shop selling Trump merchandise that's run by a black woman.
Oh, shit.
Every woman ought to have one of these.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those things that when people see one, then they want one.
That was interesting.
Same thing with the Confederate hat. You know why? Because people don't think you have the nerve to do it. That's part.
I like her. She's funny. Hey, they're gonna call her Ultra Uncle Tom.
No, for
Mrs.
real.
Tom.
This is chickens for
I want to
Colonel
see
Sanders.
what does she have to say about it. Yeah.
She's
funny, bro. Oh my God.
That caught me. I wasn't expecting the Confederate
either.
flag.
I thought it was gonna be like Trump gear.
I was like, hold on.
like, okay, but I said, oh wow.
I said, oh wow.
It's a swimsuit.
She said every woman ought to have one of these.
All right, let's get
Damn.
Great promotion, man.
Damn.
See one, then they want one. Same thing with the Confederate hat.
CNN.
You know why? Because people don't think you have the nerve to do it. That's part.
Joanne Price runs a Trump store in Christiansburg, Virginia.
When Joe Biden announced he wouldn't run for president again, was there any part of you who felt a pull to vote for Harris?
No, absolutely not. I would not vote for either one of them. I would not vote Democrat ticket, no way.
This is a white privilege card. And this is just a play. It just says this card trumps everything, and it gives the barrier happiness and success because of the color of the skin.
And who buys that?
White people.
Okay.
It's funny.
And then when you give it to a state trooper, they'll let you go. Won't write you a ticket.
You think so?
I've experienced it. Yeah.
Wait, really?
And then he said, okay, he laughed at it and gave it back to me and did not write me a ticket.
This actually happened at least once elsewhere. In 2022, a woman claimed Alaska police let her go without a ticket when she flashed a white privilege card instead of a driver's license.
It's humorous to us, you know. It really is. It's humorous to the average American out here.
For 2-1, he was a Republican too.
Trump has been working to appeal to black voters, and polls showed some success when Biden was still in the race, but have since gone down.
The Trump campaign this year has made a big effort to reach out to black voters. What do you think of their efforts?
I think their efforts are succeeding tremendously. All the things that have happened to President Trump, the attacks on him, have done nothing more than strengthen black people's connection to him. Because now he's someone who is the target of a struggle, and they have always felt that they've been a target. I did prison ministries for 5 years, so, you know, if you're a convicted felon and then somebody else is a convicted felon, there's a camaraderie there.
Donald Trump attacked Kamala Harris, questioning her racial identity. She's black.
Promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
He's acknowledged his commentary has provoked mixed reactions. Price is just one person and not a swing voter. But we were curious what she made of his comments, given that she's a black woman and fervent Trump supporter and former local Republican Party chair.
How do you make sense of how Trump talks about Vice President Kamala Harris? That he sort of suggests that he doesn't understand her biracial background, that first she was Indian and then she was black. What do you
I don't
make
understand
of
it either. She's Indian and she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Is she black?
I mean, do you not think she's black?
Is she? Was she born here?
Yes.
Yes. Were her parents citizens? No.
Okay. But we have birthright citizenship in America.
Mm-hmm. We call that anchor.
People can't immigrate here and not be citizens but have green cards and work permits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. However, she can claim to be black because of her Jamaican father. You know, that's her right. We're a melting pot, you know, because I basically have a combination in my family as well.
How do you reconcile that? Like, you have a history of blended families in your family. How do you reconcile that with Trump seeming to not understand how Kamala Harris could have a blended family herself?
She could have a blended family. What I'm saying is his.
I see exactly what they're doing here. They picked this woman for a reason. They picked this woman because obviously she's extreme. They want to show her as this is what Trump supporters are like.
This is how they all are.
This 100%.
I thought that in the first minute.
And bro, I was just watching it. And I'm looking at the questions. I'm looking at the narrative. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what this is for. Because you see, they started off by saying, oh, he's trying to get Trump supporters. Black Trump support, and then they go straight into this. So then they're like, oh, these are the people. These are the type of blacks that support Trump.
And they started the clip off with her
with the Confederate flag, bro. They know what they're doing.
They're like, these are the type of niggas that's voting for Trump.
It's strategic. And the lady, when she was like, is she black? I know exactly what she meant by that. Like, are you African American? Do you descend from black people in America? That's what she meant by that comment. And if you don't, well, technically, you're not a black American. And that's what people say when they say she's not black. Of course she's black ethnically, but she's not a black American.
Man, CNN is working really hard. For the black people that are supporting Trump this cycle, I bet not even 1% of them act like this lady or as extreme as this lady.
This lady is the 0.0001%.
She's not that extreme. I feel like she's trolling.
No,
she's definitely trolling.
She got the whole store. That's what I'm saying. This is the white privilege card, the Confederate.
That is like a troll.
No, that is a troll. But the Confederate stuff.
But like the fact that it's extreme, bro.
I don't know what she's really trying to do, so I ain't gonna say.
It's kind of funny because she went to the zoo. She said every woman need one of these. That's to me. It's like you chose.
Obviously, like there's like a troll in there, but it's like a troll on extremism. Like, why the hell would a black person need a Confederate flag?
Why wouldn't they, nigga?
Given the history of Confederacy.
Yeah, I ain't with the Confederate flag though. Nah, I'm just saying. They said if you think Confederate flag means slavery, then you a bot.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
what does it represent though?
But they represented that part of the economic state, like that.
Like that was the team.
The Confederate
team.
Their economy was ran on slavery. Obviously, they needed it. They was like, y'all want to take away our economy? Oh no, we're going to war about that.
Yeah, y'all know I'm Trump all the way, but I ain't with the Confederate flag.
Just based on the history that I understand of it, I just
call
know
me
that.
whatever. No, I keep it 100. I keep it 100.
They did fight for that.
I don't really know nothing, bro. No, I don't really know. I'm just saying how it makes me like how I view it, and I would never.
Just given the history of it. Just given the history of it.
All right then.
Just given the history of it.
Would you wear one?
I don't need it.
Yeah, just because like I support America. I don't know what the. I really don't know.
Don't play dance.
When they made the Confederate flag, what was their reason behind the Confederate flag? I know what when they made the American flag
to represent the Confederate States.
The
Confederacy. They seceded from the Union. They said we need a flag to represent us. That's what it was. And in the Confederacy, they had slaves. Their economy depended on it. They said if we don't have this, we're gonna die. We're gonna starve.
Kamala Harris could have a blended family herself.
She could have a blended family. What I'm saying is his comments about that, I think he's making a point. And I'm not so disturbed by that.
But what is the point he's making?
The point he's making simply is that she is not a black person.
Facts.
There were some mixed views on the idea of a woman president.
It's that simple.
What do you think about Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris, may I say this, and hopefully that you ladies won't get offended, but because of what happened in the Garden of Eden, there will never be an elected woman, whether she's black or white, that will occupy the White House that God would ever stand behind.
I'm not sure America's quite ready for female leadership.
He's extreme.
He said that God would stand behind. He said even God don't believe in that.
Nah, man. See, we not all like this. I'm keeping her. Nah. Hey, man, see, look, though.
It's crazy.
You know what? Sometimes I can disagree with a person, but as long as you ain't telling me a man could be a woman and a woman could be a man, I could never agree with that. I don't think in my life that would happen. So
it might happen right damn now. It's a 50% chance.
Hell no, that shit wouldn't happen, brother. They thought it was a chance for Hillary. The shit's never gonna happen, bro. The shit's never gonna happen. I just don't believe it, man. But that was hilarious. But look though, you see that they're doing that shit on purpose. They knew where they were going to.
They're trying to show that Trump supporters are crazy extremists with extreme views, kind of like what he said is kind of extreme. And they're trying to show that black people that support Trump are aligning with these extreme views. I mean, it's obvious ploy. They got this obvious super liberal woman in there talking super softly. So what do you think about this? Like, it's obvious, bro. It's obvious.
I'm gonna keep it the shit he said wasn't extreme, bro.
Well, it was a bit extreme.
It was a bit extreme.
It was.
God would never stand behind
we gotta look at
because of the God and the
We just keep it in the hood. I keep it in the hood on this shit.
Hey, how I feel. I keep it in the hood too.
I would have rather him said, I just wouldn't vote for a woman. That's less extreme than that.
But that ain't how he feel.
I'm not saying what he feels is wrong. I'm just saying how he said it. It's crazy.
I know they're gonna drag it.
Exactly.
The difference between the extremists on both sides are way different. If I go to
they both extreme. Extreme is extreme.
But look though, if I go talk to a man and he says that, well, I mean, I might not agree with it, but I mean, that's what his opinion. But if somebody on the left and say, well, nigga, I think that we should mess with 14-year-old girls, nigga, what's more extreme?
The 14-year-old.
So nigga, well, that's the extremist on this side and this extremist on this side. So nigga, this ain't extremist and that extreme. So we can't call this extreme to me. This is just a nigga his opinion. This is an opinion.
But
not extreme.
they can say that's their opinion.
Is that extreme opinion or not?
It's become reality.
I said it's extreme.
Well,
but
I also would agree that this is also extreme.
I don't think a woman will be in the White House. How is that? If I tell you that, how is that extreme?
That's not what he said.
Okay, he
said God won by.
He said what they said because of Adam and Eve. That what God would never stand by.
So now what he's saying,
I would vote for Candace. If Candace wins president, I vote for her. That's it. So I can't. Every time I think about this, I think about her. I'm like, well, I'm not smarter than her. I could not debate her. So I had to.
How can you say what somebody said out their mouth that wasn't messing with 14-year-old kids is extreme?
Because it's still extreme.
That was extreme.
How is that extreme?
So you saying it's not extreme?
Bro, it's just an opinion.
Well,
like, that's just literally to me.
It's extreme.
That was literally an opinion.
But I think it's extreme.
Like, I might think they're going pretty extreme with the Trump stuff, but what he said,
I don't think the Trump stuff was extreme. I think that was the most extreme thing.
I mean, hey, if people want to call that extreme,
well,
it's a point of view.
It's kind of weird because like some of the stuff he's saying is in the Bible though.
But look though.
Yeah, but you can tell it's
not as crazy.
We might not agree with what he's saying.
There's women preachers all the time.
But look though, but somebody that's watching this agrees with what he's saying. The difference between that
people
and
who watch that and agree with that.
but can we all agree that touching 14-year-old girls is extreme?
Everyone knows that. What is he arguing?
So what I'm arguing is that some people don't think this is extreme.
Okay, they can not think that. But I'm keeping real. What I think
logically, but I'm saying though, just because when somebody says
this with pedophilia,
because that's both sides.
You think people on the left are that deep into pedophilia?
I mean, we're talking about extremists on both sides though.
I guess.
Well, extremists on the right are KKK people. That's a fact. Like if we keep it in 100, let's keep it 100.
So we got I'm gonna hang every nigga from the Mississippi into Trump. That's extreme. But this nigga just said his opinion.
And I think it's extreme.
It's a little.
That's fine, nigga.
When he said once he said that God would never stand behind that, I was okay. Who are you to say what God gonna do? You feel me? Obviously, this is his opinion.
Exactly.
You know?
That's all I'm saying.
It's his opinion. Yeah. Hey, no, it's just an extreme opinion. It's an extreme opinion. Exactly.
He might have said it extreme, but the opinion's not extreme. He just went into,
all right.
You see what I'm saying? He just went a little deeper into it. But if you talk to him, he probably says, I just don't think a woman could be, you know what I'm saying? Then how's that extreme?
That's like direct though. If he would say, I just don't think
they're gonna say that's misogynist.
Hey,
but nigga, I ain't buying into the misogynist, the names and shit. I ain't going for that. So nigga, you can call it what you want. But what you say out your mouth, okay, well, I don't know, man. I guess, man.
Stop calling each other the N-word, brother.
I'm sorry, hey.
So
peace and Pan-Africanism.
All right,
Harris.
Dr. Umar.
Kamala Harris, may I say this, and hopefully that you ladies won't get offended. But because of what happened in the Garden of Eden, there will never be an elected woman, whether she's black or white, that would occupy the White House that God would ever stand behind.
I'm not sure America's quite ready for female leadership. It would be wonderful to have a female president if and when one arises that has conservative values that are going to lead the nation in prosperity.
Yeah, but
Did Joe Biden dropping out change
just
your...
the way he said it, just okay. Well, that was it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No.
You can't say he. Well, so
You can't say
maybe
it.
okay,
They call him a
maybe what he
dictator,
said.
how he said
Okay,
it.
maybe what he said was a bit
Like
over
you
the
said,
top.
like you said,
maybe what you said.
If a president said that, will he get votes? Fuck
Okay,
no.
okay, look though, maybe it was extreme, but what the opinion,
that's all we saying. That's all we saying.
Maybe what he said was extreme, but
That's
the
all we
opinion
saying.
was not extreme because that was just an
He
opinion.
thinks that a woman can't win, but it's still extreme to me.
It was
because
because
the
he brought-
reasoning
he said-
behind.
he said
she said if
God.
a woman, she said she don't know if America is ready for that. Da 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 da. But he said because of what happened in the Garden of Adam and Eve.
I don't know. Let us know what y'all think in the comments, man.
dropping out change your view of the election at all?
Oh, it surely did. I think she's going to be worse than Joe. I just don't think she has the experience. I think she was only chosen because she was a woman.
He has been
So
mocked,
racist.
scrutinized,
See, that's crazy.
slandered,
No, that,
dragged into court.
That was.
This man is still standing, and he's standing strong because he knows that he was.
You know what? That's also
See, this the type of stuff that people think Trump
Low-key?
supporters is crazy. That's
No,
why
look
they
though,
did
look
this,
though,
bro.
look though,
That's
look
why
though.
they went to this place and interviewed these people
Yeah,
and made
they
this
did.
segment.
They did.
But that's look though, because there's people in our comments that be like, the way Trump got saved, he's an anointed from God because he's the only one that's gonna save us. So what's some people that think that Jesus is walking with Trump to save America? Now somebody come tell me that shit, am I gonna say they're extreme? No, I'm gonna say that's their opinion.
Well, that's different. Saying that
So
God
that-
is gonna guide the hand of the president, but when you got Jesus next to Trump in your it's extreme.
But
that's why they're doing this.
But
There's a reason they didn't come
So
to
do you
like
think-
regular people
But
and be
look,
like,
what
"What
if
do you
that
think?"
picture just means he just walking, like Jesus just walking with,
I just
with
said
Trump, like how he walks with
I
us?
just said no. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying it's a bit extreme to me,
To some people's eyes.
to mine.
Okay. All right. Hey, we all got our opinions.
So you had a
guys.
picture of you walking with Trump that would be considered extreme?
Not with Trump.
Meaning
I mean,
with Jesus, you having a picture walking with Jesus, would that be extreme?
Yes, that would be extremely weird.
So that's just saying Jesus walk with me, like ain't
No,
that's like
it's
the same-
not like that.
Hey, that's what I said though.
It is. He on the water because
That's
like
why
Peter.
I'm kind of, you know what I'm
You
saying?
see the
Look,
water
though,
because
he walking-
Peter.
I guess you're right. Like
though,
what they're
look
trying
though.
to say.
It's
But you
all
asked
an
me would
opinion.
I have a picture like that for me, and my answer is
Look though.
No,
look
I'm
though.
just saying, would that be considered extreme though?
Look
Well,
though.
extreme for what?
To you being extreme, like just of your ego. Then we'll say that's like
Yeah, that would be. I would say.
it's saying Jesus walking with you.
I just wouldn't put a picture of my body next to Jesus, but I wouldn't do that me. You know what I'm saying? You can, if you
Everybody
got
got
a picture up,
opinion.
I'm like,
That's
oh
what I said.
wow,
Everybody
that's a bit of a
might
weird
got
picture.
Opinion on what's extreme or not. But the only way I'm saying something extreme, if somebody comes to my door and they're a KKK member, I'll say they're extreme. And if someone comes to my door want to touch kids, that's extreme. But if you come to me and tell me any other opinion, I'm never gonna, like I talk to Democrats and liberals, I'm never gonna say they're extreme. But I might think they're dumb as hell, but I'm not gonna say they're extreme unless they talking about 14-year-old kids and puberty blockers. I'm not gonna say nobody on the right is extreme until they say, hang every nigga from the Mississippi River until Trump get in. Nigga, I'm not gonna call nobody extreme unless they say some shit like that.
All right, brother.
But why do you think they
That's my
chose
opinion.
them though?
All right, brother.
They
These
chose
people
them
are
because they're
extreme.
trying to make black people look like this. I mean, that's
These
black
people are
Trump
extreme.
supporters look like this.
These people are
We're
extreme.
We're black Trumps. Hey,
These people in this video are extreme.
look,
I agree.
100%.
some people in the comments don't agree with that, and some people in the comments not.
No, they're not. Yeah,
It's
that's
an
cool.
opinion.
But
It's
we
an
gonna say
opinion.
well, we can say they ain't true patriots to me.
Hey,
Once you start idolizing, when you
I
start,
see too much.
when you start idolizing people, you're extreme.
Chosen.
Hey, okay, and that could be your definition of extreme. Okay, yeah,
That's
a great.
just, I won't say that's the definition of extreme, but that's an example of extreme.
I guess everybody will have an opinion on what's extreme and what's not extreme.
And he's standing strong because he knows that he was chosen. He's our David.
But niggas think that. I'm not
And
cap.
Ellery Reeve joins me now. I'm wondering what you heard from other customers in the store.
Well, as much as identity politics was rebuked by the merchandise there, identity was still really important to the people I spoke to. For example, one younger man told me that he didn't like Harris because she was for city people who had office jobs, whereas Trump was for blue-collar people like him.
And how did you meet the woman who runs the store?
I met her about 6 months ago in Virginia. She told me this story of wearing a Confederate flag swimsuit on the beach and how so many people had come up to her. She realized she'd missed a marketing opportunity. Obviously, I wanted to talk to her about what she thought about Harris's nomination, but she wasn't going to budge on that. And of course, polls show that she is not in the majority among black women,
Even a black woman who was our taxi driver on the story could not stop raving about how much she loved Kamala Harris.
What I tell y'all, white liberals tell y'all what to think. Y'all eat that up. Because if she told me anything, I'd tell her to shut up for.
Yeah, they trying to make it like that's
I would tell her, don't tell me anything, man.
It's not that.
I would tell you, don't tell me anything, man.
It's not 1% of the black people. Like any black people, I'm thinking about the RNC, you know. But the RNC, they don't matter. Because there are people that really love Trump. Everybody.
Don't let the white liberals tell y'all what to think.
I would say it's about 0.1. Yeah, that's a good percentage. It's a good one. Because, I wouldn't give 1% of black people that support Trump act like that at all.
Yeah, that's all we saying.
No, I know. I'm just telling them. That's what I think, you know, my commentary, you know.
It was just funny, bro. To me,
it was funny. It was
hilarious.
To me, it just seemed like a troll.
It was hilarious.
I think they're serious, and I think they're trolling.
Because the white privilege card.
That was for sure a troll.
That
was a troll. Yeah,
that let me know. I feel like the whole shop is a troll once I seen that.
Well, no, it's not because it's a whole business.
She said she's missing out on a marketing.
She getting marketing right now.
Yeah, not marketing, but money opportunity. You know,
people will go to that store now. She go get some business.
Somebody gonna cop that Jesus.
I wouldn't. That's a lot of stuff I wouldn't do that. I still say, you know, hey, some shit just be like, hey, that's what they doing. You know, as long as they ain't out here killing mama, I support it. She making money.
You know what's crazy? I know somebody in that store brought up the border and they probably cut that out.
It is probably some good lie.
No, they definitely.
It's a lot.
They make this video to make them look as extreme as possible and make them look as crazy as possible so that anyone who's on the other side, any black person who thinks about voting for Trump, be like, well, I don't want to be like them, so I'm not going to do it.
That's exactly what they were doing.
That was their goal.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Why is a one-bedroom apartment $600, $1,600? Like, oh my God, for 500 square foot.
One at a time, I said.
Rent prices is outrageous. And then these jobs, they're bare minimum jobs. Like, I'm supposed to be in customer service. Before I was a server, I was working at like fast food restaurants, and nothing against them, love it, but we need them jobs. But why are you yelling at me over a burger? So it's one of those type of things. It's like the work life, trying to balance out school, trying to balance out finding housing. It's just overhyped. Like, I really waited my whole life to grow up and do this.
That was a great point.
That was a phenomenal point.
Y'all never peeped. She said she lived in Minnesota.
That was a phenomenal point.
Isn't housing supposed to be not expensive in Minnesota?
Those Democrat cities are pretty expensive. Wisconsin,
I thought
everything was more expensive in Milwaukee. Everything was more expensive in Milwaukee.
Bro, I don't want to say it on the channel, but something that cost $5 in Texas was $20 out there.
A lot of things like
that. I was messed up.
It was just, I don't know.
Yeah, guys.
I mean, that's the clearest piece of evidence for, you know.
The
argument for the right is, I mean, everyone has to buy things. So if you want cheaper things, all right.
That's a blue city, man.
Let us know what y'all think, guys.